My New Year's resolution is more like a New Year's declaration because I am declaring war on. Welcome back to MopedJet. Why is it called MopedJet? I want a moped and I want a jet, and that's it, man. I'm gonna do it until I get those things. I'm back from Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving? I hope it was good and delicious. Why am I having my headphones on? I, oh, because it makes my hair look less crazy. I, I had a great Thanksgiving. It was awesome. Caught up with some friends and family. Ate a lot. My Thanksgiving pizza did not come out as planned at all. My Thanksgiving pizza was the marquee failed dish, and my family was really nice about it, and that's why I wasn't I wasn't forcing it down their throats. And I remember people kept the funny thing about it. It literally, like, if you ever played a video game with cooking in it, you know the failed dish, like, oh, you burnt it. It's all black and it looked exactly like that. It looked like, what the hell is this? It tasted good. The tastes were there, but the presentation definitely was not. What went awry. Two things I think went awry. I want to try it again because what I put on the pizza, this became a cooking podcast. I put stuffing in it, and okay, so I put a bed of mozzarella cheese on the bottom, uh, made some homemade stuffing, put that on top of the mozzarella cheese, put some marinara sauce over that, then put another bed of cheese, and then I did this all in pie crust. That's where I think I messed up. I did it in pie crust. I did it for the presentation, thinking I could. It was 1-to-1 with pizza crust. Don't know where I got. I guess I was thinking like, oh, deep dish pizza's kind of like pie crust, but it's probably pizza crust in the shape of pie crust. Like the quality of pizza crust. But me being in the store wanting to just get out because there were so many people in so many aisles. I didn't know there's. Have you ever like just took tax or just take count of how many actual people there are? I think I have mentioned that a few podcasts ago, but it's just crazy sometimes. Like, I didn't used to have that idea as a kid. I'd be, oh, look at all the people, but now as an adult, I'm like, this is just like an eighth, not even that, like a milli-eighth of the world where I'm standing in right now, and there's this many people here. How many people are in the world? So anyway, um I got my pie crust. I think that didn't. I cooked it for 40 minutes, which is the usual pie thing, but I just don't think it was working well. And then I also, after I covered the pie, I try to get cute and add crushed croutons on top to add like extra cheese and breadiness taste. Because I know I'm not dumb. I know pie crust is lighter, so I was trying to like give you the taste of pizza bread. Like, I don't know what I was thinking with that, but it completely made the top of the pie black. Like, not all black, but definitely not appetizing looking. And the first thing and only thing you see is of a covered pie is the cover. So when you take off the cover and it's all black, people dance around it. And a lot of people, I see people like they're not my guiding family. My family, they kept um, dancing around. And like I said at the dinner table, I don't care if you eat it because, like, one, I know I messed up, and two, that kind of things like that never bothered me. I know some people would be offended, and even at my luncheon, my Thanksgiving lunch thing, there was someone who made mac and cheese, and everyone in a public eating space, buffet style, no one wants to be the first one for some reason, but I love being the first one because then I get my plate first and I eat first. So I always break the seal on that. So I got his mac and cheese, and he pretty much followed me back to my table and was just like, "Does my mac and cheese look good? Does it look good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it looks good." And I'm a prioritize eater, so I'm an avalanche eater. So I prioritize the things I think are gonna be the least tasting, and I eat it in that order: least tasting to most tasty. Mac and cheese look good, so I was saving it for last. And he was just like, "I really want you to just try it real quick. I want you to just take a real quick bite because I just want to know if it's good." I'm like, "Hey, man, is there glass in it? It's gonna be all right." Like, mac and cheese is one of those that you can only elevate. But the worst version of mac and cheese is still good mac and cheese. How do you mess up mac and cheese? You have to like not cook the cheese or not cook the like if you're doing that, then you should not even be trying to do anything. to be honest. Mac and cheese is like the first thing. It's like you learn cereal, microwavable stuff, mac and cheese and ramen. That's like the levels of cooking knowledge you should have as a. At least that's the progression I went. I was cooking raw. Well, maybe that's the product of me being a recession child. Maybe that was it. Maybe when my parents out of the house and I had to fend for myself and my sisters and brother. It was like the Hunger Games in there. Fighting over the last shrimp seasoning pack for our Marichan ramen noodles. How do you say it? Marichan. But it was a great Thanksgiving, other than my demon dish. It was bad. I mean, it just looked bad. Like I said, the flavors were there. Just imagine it. Just close your eyes and imagine it. Oh, there's also diced ham and turkey bits in there. So close your eyes and imagine all of that. Sounds good, right? I just think it was on the wrong bread and the wrong crusts on top. But yeah, man, it was a great thing. Got into a debate with my older sister. What holiday meeting is a holiday meeting without a debate here and there? But yeah, it was a great time, great communication. I found my New Year's resolution, and I was gonna save it for like a New Year's episode, but it's just getting bad out there that I'm deciding to do it now. My New Year's resolution is more like a New Year's declaration, because I am declaring war on AI. Yes, get behind me if you want to join the fight. I am leading the war on AI art because artists these days are not talented enough to not use it, I guess. They're not talented enough to learn a craft. They're not talented enough to put time into it. And if you ask me, if you don't have the talent and the patience and the willpower to do all those things, you shouldn't be in music, because that's how you get good music. When you make a microwave fast, easy to make music, the music industry declines like we're in right now. Like we're in right now. I've got into a couple of debates online. I'm keyboard warrioring it these days because I'm making it a mission of mine to, anytime I see a pro AI post, I make sure the person that posted that knows they're not talented. They have to. And call it autism. Call it OCD. Call it Asperger's. Call it narcissistic bipolar disorder. Call it whatever you want. But I have to do it. There's something not even in my soul. It's a reflex at this point. I see someone, because the way these people talk about AI, they make it seem like it's a tool. I don't know about you guys, but I've never had a tool stand up and walk and do the job on its own. Never in my life. I got a lot of hammers. A lot of nails. Hey, I even got a measuring tape or two. You know? Got a screwdriver. And guess what? Those are all the tools I know. Offhand. Isn't that awesome? As a 31-year-old man. But guess what? I know AI is not one of those. Because AI literally is just a database. Hey guys, I don't know if you guys need to know this. I feel like I'm the man pulling the curtain back to reveal the little man behind the, the Wizard of... Great reference there. You guys get it. The Wizard of Oz, man behind the thing. I am revealing something. And only a human could make those kind of mistakes. Only a human can make that moment. If this was an AI podcast, it would suck. But people think it's a tool, one, because they're lazy, but two, because they're stupid. Alright? AI is just a database. It's just a high-speed, very sophisticated database, and it presents itself in a very sophisticated, polished way. So it comes off as being something higher than what it actually is. But don't forget, it's just a database of information. And don't forget, all of that information has come from somewhere. Like a human first. An AI doesn't just spawn information. An AI doesn't just create something. It references to get its intelligence. Remember, we were laughing at it because Will Smith looked like he was eating electric soup? Because it was learning. It was learning, and it's still learning. But it's good enough now where people think it's good enough to just do the job. And I mean, if you like AI music, that speaks to you more than anything else, like what you're into, your artistic understanding, your artistic intelligence. To me, it shows me how, if I ever catch one of my friends, for example, listening to AI art, I'm like, thank you for showing me you're not my friend anymore. Because I can't associate myself with idiots. I can't associate with myself with people who cannot tell the difference between actual human artistic expression and that slop. That database stealing slop. Because that's all it is. It's just, if you make, have an AI singer, they didn't just sing. They reference thousands of singers, big and small. Big and small, whatever the database has access to. And they made a voice or made lyrics. And you, as the human, you're going to look at that and be like, and slop that in there? I can't rock with you. Because let's look up the definition of art. This is going to be interesting for y'all. The definition of art: the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in visual forms such as painting, a sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. The expression or application of human, you, human, and I'll amend it, or humans. I've seen some people say AI is just the new sampling. Like, oh, when they're sampling. Look, if you don't, that just shows, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, you gotta be an actual idiot if you say this kind of stuff. You have to be actually stupid. Sampling, as someone who has sampled, it's almost way harder, a good sample, than just making your own beat. Because one, you have to go find one. You think that all those old movie clips and those old cartoon clips and whatever you use, whatever you sample, those old speeches. Even worse if you sample another song. Even harder. But you have to find that one sound, that one moment that not only makes sense, but elevates what you're doing. Now, and then, if you're professionally sampling on the professional industry level, you then have to get it cleared by another human being, because the first human being made it. See how there's a chain of human beings, and then all the human beings involved get compensated and credited? AI does not do that. There's something called, my main enemy is this thing called Suno AI, which is the biggest music AI thing out right now. It doesn't credit no artist. It'll give you this, what do you want? I want a beach type vibe instrumental. It doesn't say, this beach type vibe instrumental was provided to you by this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. And even if it did, it still wouldn't make it that much better, but it makes it so much worse that they don't even at least do that. And so, if you, because my thing is, I can see the big picture, okay? I can see the big picture. And as someone who's passionate and smart about art, I can see the big picture. And I saw it way back in 2016 when that garbage ass music class came out. That garbage ass poor excuse for a double XL freshman cipher class has come out. They started all of this because the quality of music has just dipped the fuck down to the point where businesses and so-called creators think, hey, AI is good enough. No, the industry's just that bad. If they actually invest, and they did it on purpose, because if you invest in Kanye West type level artists, if you invest in Tyler the Creator artist, and hey, Tyler the Creator stayed independent. He's smart. You can't, if you invest in Chance the Rappers, he tried to stay independent as much as he can. He's smart. Like, these are people that they can't control. These are people that real artists can't be controlled, and real artists can't be simulated, is what I'm trying to get at. But they started signing and allowing in these garbage, entertaining, clown, caricature, honestly, coon-ass rappers in, and that became the standard of what music can be. You started giving them millions, and then all the artists that look up under them that are making art are like, oh, that's all I gotta do? Oh, that's all I gotta do? And so that's all they do. To the point where if you're rapping and actually doing your best, it's almost considered corny. If you're singing your best, it's almost considered corny. Hey, meme rap and meme music is at the highest it's ever been. Like, remember Rebecca Black's Friday? When it was highly disliked and the joke was, wow, this song is ass. And she is terribly singing. If she dropped that right now, there would be a cult following of hers that says, no, this song's actually raw. There's people that listen to You Know Miles. You Know Miles is just Ice JJ Fish Part 2. And Ice JJ Fish was a joke. You Know Miles was on Jimmy Fallon. You Know Miles worked with Kanye West. That should never happen if we want music to stay good, especially hip-hop. I'm only speaking, I know I sound like, I say music, but I'm primarily a hip-hop person, so I kind of like sub one-to-one. But this can speak to the rest of the music. Actually, pop is in a really good spot right now, I would say. But you know what I'm saying, though? And anybody that wants AI or uses AI to create, they're just happy that there's now something out there that they can hide behind. Because most of the people that embrace AI, this is what they say. Oh, I had 1,000 songs that I wrote, and I can't sing, and I can't rap, and I'm too nervous to do those things. But now I plug it into AI, and now I can upload all my songs to Spotify, and now I have hundreds of songs on Spotify. So let me get this straight. You were just writing songs. You're just writing music, right? You're just writing music, and you're too scared to put it out. Let's go with that. To me, you want to know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like someone who doesn't need to be in the music industry. It sounds like someone who just does music for a hobby, but they're not brave enough, strong enough, or talented enough to make that last leap to put their neck out there and try something. And then that's okay. I'm not dissing you if that's you. I do that with a lot of things in life. A lot of things. That, just for you, the person I'm talking to in this scenario, that art, music is that for you. Art is that for you. You're not supposed to do it. There's something in artists and real artists, it calls them to do it. Me, I'm not getting paid for the album that's going to drop soon, December 16th, new album coming out. I'm not getting a bag for that, but something in me, it was like a lightning jolt. It just came out of me, pause. And I made it. Less than a week. I made all the beats in less than a week, wrote less than a week, recorded all the songs in less than a month. It took me a little bit to master and get to cover art, but in terms of finishing it, because I was inspired, because I had the talent to do it. And hey, I'm not saying talent as in talented enough to hit the professional level. I'm just saying having the ability to. I have the ability to make an album from scratch. I can do that. If you can't do that, why, like, what's going on? Like, people seem to, just because it's art, don't seem to see how insane it is or how detrimental it is to just let computer AI shit into the into the art form. Like, imagine if, well, imagine when, I should say, they start doing technological prosthetics, and now you can have turbo legs, right? Imagine if they just like strapped an experimental turbo leg onto some NBA players, and not all of them, and then everyone that's watching said, "Oh yeah, this is completely fair. It's completely fair." Or no, not. It's not even that. It's because those people are already there. I mean, people in the industry are probably already using AI, but it's more like some guy. He's in high school. There it is. He's in high school, goes to college. He doesn't make his college team, but then he gets his legs bionically transformed, right? And then he can now at least keep pace. He might not have the fundamentals of being a good player, but he can keep up with the good players because he can literally run in front of them. He can at least try to get the ball. He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He has the bare minimum to be on the court. That's what AI does. It gives you the bare minimum to show up. But if everyone's using the bare minimum, that is the standard. That is the standard. And it started from bare minimum rapping, bare minimum singing. Now we have bare minimum music to where it feels to some people one-to-one if you replace it with an AI prompt. Me, I'm not afraid of AI. I'm just disgusted. I'm more disgusted because I thought art would be the last line of defense. It's disgusting to see how fast these so-called artists, I don't consider them artists. To me, they're more like tech bros. Like, if you use AI and use different prompts and you sit around using all these different prompts to get a certain sound or certain lyrics, you're a tech guy to me. That's not music. That's not art. You're referencing a database over and over again to try to get the right combination of numbers and sequences that fit what you want. You're pretty much just making an Excel spreadsheet and calling that music to me. That's all I call them promptists. And hey, hit dogs holler, bro. So if you feel offended by anything I just said, you're probably using AI and you're a terrible person. No, I won't say that. You're not a terrible person. You're definitely a terrible artist. You're not even an artist. You're a terrible promptist. There's no such thing as being a good promptist. Sorry I had to get on my soapbox, but that's why I'm declaring war. I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate. I already explained why I'm passionate. I was about to do it again. Let's talk about one more thing and get out of here. I gotta go work out. I gotta go work out before my baby goes on her break. I wanted to talk about, I turned a coin. Wow, I should just end it there. Bye, guys. But this Ozempic thing made me think of a phrase, because obviously I talked about it a little bit, and it makes celebrities on Ozempic look crazy because I have to be abusing it. Because I have family members on Ozempic. You know, I have family members on Ozempic. They don't look like lizard people. They look a little skinny, even a little frail. I would say Ozempic always makes you look frail. But these celebrities are definitely abusing it, and they look like Holocaust survivors, bro. They look like emaciated. To me, because they look like lizard people, I think we should start calling Ozempic Gekkozempic. Just because it makes you look like a lizard, especially when you're abusing it to their levels. Just start calling them Gekkozempics. That didn't go as long as I thought. I thought that was going to take me to the end of the episode. See, that's the funny thing about thinking of bits and stuff. That happens to me a lot. Like, I'll be thinking of a bit or something for comedy, write it down. When I try it, I'm like, oh, this is so funny in my head. And then I'm doing it, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, this is not that funny. Or, that was way shorter than I thought. Like, the setup, for some reason, when I write it down, it could be like 3 or 4 sentences. But obviously when you're saying it, it's not that long. So yeah. that was pretty much what happened there. Gekkozempic though. Gekkozempic. That's gonna be the title. Gekkozempic. But that's enough of MopedJet. I think if it's just going to be that for the next 5 minutes if I try to hit the 30 minutes. So I'll just end it there. If you like what you saw and heard, prove it with the like button. Hit the subscribe button. My album is coming out December 16th, 2025. My album is coming out December 16th, 2025. Make sure you pre-save the album. Make sure you go down and hit my link tree. Follow my socials for new news about my creations and my streams and my war against AI. And if you believe in what I'm saying, man, join the fight. Follow me and join the fight. We can fight AI together. We can fight Suno together. And we can eat our vegetables together, guys. Have a good one.